Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 So we are reading from the 7th canto, chapter 6, called Prahlad Instructs His Demoniac Schoolmates, text 20 to 23. Jeg kan godt snakke dansk, eller vi læser det på engelsk, eller hvad? Ja.
Jeg har kommet på engelsk. Det kan godt være, vi har en dansk bog.
Anyway, I'll read this in English and then I'll speak in English.
Okay. Komogora likes English actually.
Okay, then I'll speak English. So this is a lot of verses today, so we'll just read the Sanskrit and the word for word, but then when you respond, you just read one of them. We can read the last one. Paravareshu bhuteshu Brahmantastavarādishu Bhautikeshu vikareshu Bhuteshvata mahatsucha Guneshu guna samyecha Guna vyati karetata Nikayava parohyatma Bhagavanishvaro vyaya Prajakatma svarupena Drishyarupena cha svayam Vyapya vyapakanirdesho Hyanirdesho vikalpita Kevalanubhavananda Svarupena Parameshvara Mayayantarhitaishvarya Iyate gunasargaya Så I kan bare læse det sidste sammen.
Hyanirdesho vikalpita. Okay. Kevalanubhavananda Sarupa Parameshvara Maya Yantarhitaishvarya Iyate Gunasargaya Kevalanubhavananda Sarupa Parameshvara Mayaya Antarhitaishvarya
Taishvarya
Maya
Iyate Gunasargaya
Kevalanupavaananda
Swarupa Parameshvara Mayayantaritai-svaya Iyate Gunasargaya Kevalanupavaananda Swarupa Parameshvara Mayayantaritai-svaya Iyate Gunasargaya Kevalanupavaananda Swarupa Parameshvara Mayayantaritai-svaya Iyate Gunasargaya Kevalanupavaananda Swarupa Parameshvara Mayayantaritai-svaya Iyate Gunasargaya Paravareshu
in exalted or hellish conditions of life. Bhuteshu in the living beings. Brahmanta ending with Lord Brahma. Stavara Adishu beginning with the non-moving forms of life. The trees and the plants. Bhautikeshu of the material elements. Ikareshu in the transformations. Bhuteshu in the five gross elements of material nature. Atha moreover. Mahatsu in the Mahatattva, the total material energy. Cha also. Guneshu in the modes of material nature. Gunasami in an equilibrium of material qualities. Cha and Gunavyatikare in the uneven manifestation of the modes of material nature. Tata as well. Eka one. Eva only. Para transcendental. He indeed. Atma the original source. Bhagavan the supreme personality of Godhead. Ishvara the controller. Avyaya without deteriorating. Prajak inner. Atmasvarupena by his original constitutional position. As the super soul. Drishyarupena by his visible forms. Cha also. Swayam personally. Vyapya pervaded. Vyapaka all pervading. Nirdesha to be described. He certainly. Anirdesha not to be described. Because of fine subtle existence. Ivakalpita without differentiation. Kevala only.
only.
Anubhava Ananda Svarupa,
Anubhava Ananda Swarupa,
whose form is blissful and full of knowledge.
whose form is blissful and full of knowledge.
Parameshvara, the
Parameshvara,
Supreme Personality of Godhead,
the Supreme Personality of
the
God,
Supreme Ruler,
the Supreme Ruler.
Mayaya,
Maya,
by Maya,
by Maya,
the illusory energy.
the illusory energy.
Antarita,
Antarita,
covered.
covered.
Aishvarya,
Aishvarya,
whose unlimited opulence.
whose unlimited opulence
Iyate,
Iyate,
is mistaken as.
is mistaken as
Gunasargaya,
Gunasargaya,
the interaction of the material modes of nature.
the interaction of the material modes of nature.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Supreme Controller, who is infallible and indefatigable, is present in different forms of life, from the inert living beings, Stavara, such as the plants, to Brahma, the foremost created living being. He is also present in the varieties of material creations and in the material elements, the total material energy and the modes of material nature, Sattva Guna, Raja Guna and Tamaguna, as well as the unmanifested material nature and the false ego. Although he is one, he is present everywhere, and he is also the transcendental super soul, the cause of all causes, who is present as the observer in the course of the hearts of all living entities. He is indicated as that which is pervaded and as the all-pervading super soul, but actually he cannot be indicated. He is changeless and undivided. He is simply perceived as the supreme Satchit Ananda, eternity, knowledge and bliss. Being covered by the curtain of the external energy, to atheists he appears non-existent. Purport. Not only is the Supreme Personality of Godhead present as the super soul of all living entities, at the same time he pervades everything in the entire creation. He exists in all circumstances and at all times. He exists in the heart of Lord Brahma and also in the course of the hearts of the hawks, dogs, trees, plants, and so on. He is present everywhere. He is present not only in the heart of the living entity, but also in material things, even in the atoms, protons and electrons being explored by material scientists. The Lord is present in three features as Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan. Because he is present everywhere, he is described as Sarvam Kavidam Brahma. Vishnu exists beyond Brahman. Bhagavad Gita confirms that Krishna, by his Brahman feature, is all-pervading. Mayatatam idam sarvam. But Brahman depends upon Krishna. Brahmano hi pratistham. Without Krishna there could be no existence of Brahman or Paramatma. Therefore Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the ultimate realization of the Absolute Truth. Although he is present as the Paramatma in the core of everyone's heart, he is nonetheless one, either as an individual or as the all-pervading Brahman. The Supreme Cause is Krishna, and devotees who have surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead can realize him and his presence within the universe and within the atom, adantarasta paramano chayantarastam. This realization is possible only for devotees who have fully surrendered unto the lotus feet of the Lord. For others it is not possible. This is confirmed by the Lord himself in Bhagavad Gita 7:14. Daivihi sagunamahi mamamaya durachaya mami vaye prapatyante mayami tam tarantite. The process of surrender in a devotional attitude is accepted by a fortunate living being. After wandering through many varieties of life on many planetary systems, when one comes to the real understanding of the absolute truth by the grace of a devotee, one surrenders to the Supreme Personality of Godhead as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Bhavanam janmanam ante jnanavanam prapadyante. Prahlad Maharaj's class friends who were born in Daitya families thought that realizing the Absolute was extremely difficult. Indeed, we have experienced that many people say this very thing. Actually, this is not so. The Absolute, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is most intimately related to all living entities. Therefore, if one understands the Vaishnava philosophy, which explains how he is present everywhere and how he acts everywhere, to worship the Supreme Lord or to realize Him is not at all difficult. Realization of the Lord, however, is possible only by the association of devotees. Therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his teachings to Rupa Goswami said, Brahmanda Brahmiti Kona Bhagavan Jeev Guru Krishna Prasada Paye Bhakti Larabi. The living entity in the material condition wanders through many varieties of life and many varieties of circumstances, but if he comes in contact with a pure devotee and is intelligent enough to take instructions from the pure devotee regarding the process of devotional service, he can understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the origin of Brahman and Paramatma, without difficulty. In this regard, Srila Madhvacharya says, Antaryami prachakatma vyapta kalu harismrita prakritya tamasar vritvat harir aishvaryam gyayate. The Lord is present as Antaryami in everyone's heart and is visible in the individual soul covered by a body. Indeed, He is everywhere at every time and every condition, but because He is covered by the curtain of material energy, to an ordinary person there appears to be no God. So I won't read the whole translation again because it's so long. So, Prabhupada says here that it is very easy to worship and realize the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So one might ask, why are we so few here in the temple? There's also this verse in the 11th canto. Krishna tells, no, that's actually, I think it is King Chitraketu who says that. He says that there are as many living entities as there are atoms, and out of all these countless living entities, only very few are interested in religion. Out of all these countless living entities, only very few are humans. And out of all those who are humans, only very few humans are interested in religion. And out of all those who are interested in religion, very few are interested in the real purpose of religion, which is liberation. And out of all those who actually realize liberation, what it means to get out of the material world, very few understand or surrender to Krishna. So it's very few people who actually surrender to Krishna. But Prabhupada says it's very easy to do. So why is that? Well, it all depends on the desire in the heart. When one wants to be, because it is important to understand, I remember, because I'm preaching to the atheists on the internet, and sometimes in the beginning I was so angry, why can't these idiots understand? I'm just presenting pure logic and reason, and they refute it. They refuse to accept. Why? Why are they so stupid? And then it dawned on me that actually you need Krishna's help to be stupid. Because the soul is Satchit Ananda. The soul is completely pure and full of knowledge and bliss. So it can only be an illusion by Krishna's help, by Krishna's energy, Maya. So and we hear that Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that everyone surrenders unto me in all circumstances. You either surrender to Maya or you surrender to me directly or to me indirectly by surrendering to Maya. So when one discusses with antagonists and people who don't want to realize or who don't want to know the truth, you are up against Maya, and nobody can defeat Maya. Maya is formidable, undefeatable. You cannot defeat Maya. So it's not the person. I used to think, God, this person is really stupid. God, he's so stupid. I can't understand. But he can't understand because he's in Maya. And Maya is so strong. So, when you want to be in Maya, you are lost. There's nothing you can do other. Prahlad Maharaj says there's nothing you can do by your own effort, by others' effort. Nobody can do anything to convince you. Once you have decided to take shelter of Maya. Of course, when you are in the pit of Maya, you don't think, oh, I'm in Maya, I'm in illusion. You're completely convinced that I'm not in illusion. Like people out there, they think we are crazy, we're just a little obscure sect in Vandaløse. And people think, yeah, in Denmark at least, they think, oh, they're pretty harmless, but they're a little bit crazy. They're not like normal people. Like my mother used to say, shut up about this Krishna and be normal. Can't you be normal? Because we used to sit and smoke cigarettes and drink beer together. That's normal. That's normal. And then when I became a devotee, I couldn't do that. And the greatest regret was that I couldn't eat her food anymore, because I used to love her cooking. But now I couldn't eat anymore, and she was so disappointed. So these people out there, like Prabhupada wrote this book, Who is Crazy? They all think we are the crazy ones, but actually we are the normal ones, and they're crazy. The whole world is crazy, and very, very few are normal. And it takes a little humility to realize that without becoming puffed up, because it can be like that when you become a devotee and realize the absolute truth. And wow, I found the truth. And you want to go out and smash everyone. Why can't you understand the absolute truth? I've understood. And you become a little like puffed up. But you should remember that Maya is not an insignificant opponent. Maya is completely indefeatable. So therefore we cannot go out and convince people. Prabhupada says in many purports that the only way that a person can become interested in Krishna or surrender to Krishna is by the mercy of a devotee. So what does that actually mean, the mercy of a devotee? It simply means that you think, I wish this person, and you pray, please Krishna, reveal yourself in the heart of this person, because I can't do anything. I'm just a normal jiva. Only you can do it. Because Krishna, he puts everyone in illusion, so he's the only one who can take the illusion away. Krishna is the only one who can